Definitely, man. So before we get into all that, I want to introduce our guest.
Yeah.
Chris Rivers is in the building. He's in the building, people. Welcome to Ruff Ryders Radio.
I'm excited to be here, brothers.
Well, I'm glad to have you, man.
Oh, man, yeah, take it out the gym, take it in the lab, you know?
Yeah, man. I tell you what, this kid and it's a long journey, man. I've seen you from day one to now,
right.
and you working.
You working. I appreciate it, man.
You working in the booth. You working in the gym.
Yeah, gotta go hard.
When do you stop?
I try not to. Yeah. I'm still young. I'm still thriving. I figure I get all the hard stuff out the way now. I can just coast a little later.
You know what? I think if we interviewed him probably like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, probably.
On Wrong City.
Catch us every Wednesday. Catch us every Wednesday, 9 DSN. I always say this: what strikes me about you that you're so humble.
Oh wow!
No matter what room you walk in, he gonna speak to everybody. You gonna salute everybody, and it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? And it's genuine. I admire that about you. You know what I'm saying? That the music and everything is that the way a person carries themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that makes you want to get more into them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about music all the time. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you want to get to know a person and you want to know if they're genuine because there's so much synthetic shit. You know what I'm saying?
That means
synthetic artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that means a lot because like you said, I'm a human 100% of the time.
Right.
I'm an artist when I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? When I'm doing things, and it's like first and foremost, we all people. Like, no matter what status I am in my life, like we all bleed red. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not greater. I'm not better than you. I'm different. I could be different, but I'm not better than you.
Yeah, you're definitely different.
You know what I'm saying? Like no, but I'm saying like even like no matter what like creed or color you come from, it's like we all people, man. Like I'm not gonna start like being bougie on people. Like
right.
I appreciate that.
And I get that from you. That's dope. That's super fucking dope. Even the people that surround you, like that you keep around you, I think that's that's important as being a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Everybody to move on one accord. You know what I'm saying?
And I realized that like the more you put out, the more people like. Gandhi said, "Be the change you want to see in this world." And the more I invoke what I believe outward, like other people tend to gravitate towards that, and it's amazing because like I ain't preaching nothing but love and positivity, connection, stuff like that. So I see people, I got people that used to wild out and they calm down a little bit now. They more loud. We like, nah, it's cool. Opposed to just popping off and it's good. Like I love that because people get too old to be scrapping for.
Well, they say vibes rub off. You know what I'm saying? Vibes rub off.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you have a voice, a very strong voice at that. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, you're pretty much stepping out of the shadow.
Yeah.
You understand? Because your pops left a legacy behind.
Right.
And people tend to judge you by that. They be like, oh,
big time.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you know it from hands on.
Oh yeah.
But you're making your own lane and your own path.
It's important.
And I've seen that throughout the growth of your career.
Yeah, man. Again, man, it means a lot because it's one of those things. Like I grew up my whole life, people always like thought I would be a certain way. Like you're actually cool. I'm like, what you think? Like I thought you was gonna be an asshole. Like you know what I'm saying? Because of who I like. I'm just like, whoa. Like so, there's a lot of misconceptions and and assumptions that go about. But I encourage everyone to, if you're gonna judge someone, which I don't recommend judging people, but if you're going to, at least do it after you actually get to know them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense like that. So I'm grateful, man. That you got to see me grow in my career, and now I'm here. Like it's
definitely here. I follow artists. I regardless if it's an underground artist, an unsigned artist, a mainstream artist, because I'm choosing this as a career, the journalism. So I gotta prepare. I gotta do my homework on an artist that I might say is trash. And then I might say, yo, this is the next hot thing right here.
Right.
But the people want to know both. They want to know the good and the bad. And lately, the new wave of rappers, I'm not really feeling them.
Right.
Because they not singing them. A lot of them sound like they just doing ad-libs.
There's lack of substance is really prominent right now. I would say that. Like, and it's crazy because it's like, the beats are dope, the vibes is dope.
I think that's saving those situations.
Even the flows are dope, but the substanceless of it is just like, damn, like you got everything rocking, you got all the components, but you're missing such a pivotal part. But everyone's attention span is so numb that the lack of substance isn't even acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? They just like, hey, the vibe is right, the feel is right. You know what I'm saying? That's like, and my new shit I just came out with, the Lord, like I wanted to show people, like, cause I hop on different records that sound like that, there's like more catchy stuff, but it's all on the lines of like, yo, like I wanted to show, like, break down that stigma. Just cause you rap in this way doesn't mean you need to have no substance. Like I want to combine those worlds, show that you could do this and have something to say and have fun at the same time.
You know, like to me, Migos is dope. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I like them. I like their music. I like their music, but the substance is they lack substance. You get what I'm saying? But they're dope in their own way. You get what I'm saying? And when I judge, I judge from
they dope under the influence. They dope.
Okay, that's your opinion.
They dope.
That's just your opinion.
No, I mean, like I would never listen. I would like in my car, that shit would never play.
Okay.
But like if I'm nice and I'm rocking, I'm like chilling with y'all, I dance.
So it's a place for that. You know what I'm saying? So they make music for the club. They may not make music that's like we might not be listening to Bad and Bougie 10 years from now. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to sound. They don't make timeless music, but they make dope music for the time being. You know what I'm saying?
They make now music. They definitely do. And it's rare that you find an artist that make timeless. You got people like Biggie, my pop, like real legends. They make timeless records. And then you got people who like I would say like Drake, who could constantly change, who's versatile enough that he could ride each trend as it comes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got people who are only relevant because of the current trend, and once it changes, they're gone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and there are those types of artists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like there are those types of artists, and you gotta acknowledge the difference between them, because a nigga's lit right now. Usually, how it is, if you blow up overnight, you're usually gone overnight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because these trends, you know. But if you got the skills enough to do it, then you can last a little while. Like, yeah.
The name. How'd you get up? How'd you come up with the name?
Chris Rivers?
No,
DeLorean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, DeLorean. Like I got an old school vibe. I would say that, and the like I got an old soul, and also the style. A lot of people are familiar with me. Kind of got this nostalgic golden era kind of vibe to it. So it got that old. You know what I'm saying? But on this one, like I said, I wanted to bring that new aspect to it as well. Those newer beats, more youthful and fun. So you got the old and the new combined into one. So Back to the Future. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to take people on a journey. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the only vehicle that I know that can take people on a journey from the past to the future and whipping it is the DeLorean itself. So I wanted to bring people on that journey to combine those worlds and show that, like, I'm trying to bridge gaps, right? I'm trying to bridge these gaps out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I tell you what, man.
Now
you take your flaw. You know, I don't look at it as a flaw, but people out there, you know, they take it, and we're living in a world where bullying is around.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So how was it for you going to school and having this gap and people, you know, the kids in the school?
Right.
You know, because I know it's harsh, but how do you adapt to it and how do you take it?
Yo, like it's funny because like I've had a lot of insecurities like growing up, whether it be my weight or whether it be the fact that I didn't have any like money for clothes or all this other stuff, like being broke, but I was never insecure about my teeth. And it was something, because all those things, like my teeth is something that I was made this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I, like, being out of shape is one of those things, like, you gotta love yourself regardless. Being out of shape, like, I can work out and I can get in shape. I'm supposed to be right. Like, my teeth are supposed to be like this. This is how they naturally are. And
you don't want to change it?
Nah, it's one of those things, it's like, I hate the fact that we live in a world where if it's not like how you've been told it should be, then it doesn't hit you right. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you're gonna judge someone because it's not the norm, you know what I'm saying? Because there's really nothing wrong with it. All my health is right, everything's okay. But and in that aspect, I'm like, you know what? And you got a lot of these kids feeling insecure about the way that they naturally are. And my thing is like, yo, like I never wanted to feel this way. I never want anybody else to feel this way. So if me as a person that has this could embrace it, show that I love myself, it gives them the means to do that, because it's possible. Then on top of that, if I could pursue my career like this, become someone great, become a famous star, become a sex symbol, whatever it is that like to break down those barriers and to show like, yo, I did like same way Biggie did it for the big guys, same way my pops did it for the big fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, it's like, yo, like it's because someone did it. And if I could be that, then I would love to, because a lot of these kids are walking around insecure, not acknowledging that they're priceless because someone else put a price tag on them or said that you need to do this to be.
Nah, I see you. You're doing it in your verses. You know what I'm saying? You're saying them in your songs.
It's all about it. Yeah, and you know what?
It's never videos on your gram.
It's never held me back. Like I joke about it, and when you joke about, and this is some wisdom. Like when you joke about something, it takes away the power from other people to joke about it. And I'm saying that's why I do it at this point, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm the first one to mention it, you know what I'm saying? Just to break that awkward, because like, I know it's weird. Like, first time someone sees me, there's no way they're not like, holy shit, this gap is huge. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you make a joke about it, it's like kind of diffused, like, relax, like it's okay.
Yeah, you break ice.
I know, like, I know I have one. I'm okay with it, like, be okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's real cool, and plus, like I said, it never held me back. I never not got the woman I wanted. I never not got, you know what I'm saying, like, opportunity. I never felt, like, you know what I'm saying? And then when people
you know what he said? Not the woman, woman. You call them woman.
Yeah.
You have a lot of respect for females.
Of course, I grew up in a household of strictly females, and I grew up and had the privilege to meet some of the strongest people that walked this earth, and they just so happen to be females. You know what I'm saying? And in that aspect, it's like you can never take. And granted, granted, people in general, like there's a lot of separation between guys and girls. Like, oh, guys are dogs, or females are dogs. Like, people suck. Let's just say that. Like, people in general suck, and people are amazing. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta stop separating. Like, granted, there's tendencies that girls do, there's tendencies that men do, but overall, like, we all flawed and beautiful at the same time. So let's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good.
You know what? Let's give a big shout out to your mom's Liza.
Oh, she's the greatest.
Oh my God, she done raised the king. Definitely did that.
Yeah, no, she did that. She did that. Shout out to Liza.
The question I want to say, like, you're in a real like positive space right now.
Yo, shout out the whole squad. So, what's up? Pico, what up?
I know it had to be dark times.
Twin, he on that jet ski light. Strike, what up?
Like, how did you make that transition from that space in your life to where you at now?
I had a real defining moment, and it was a collection of moments, and it gave me like an epiphany, a moment of clarity, and I was at a time I was in high school. The girl I was dating just either dumped me or was cheating on me at the time, like stuff like that. I was
dirty whore.
I was
dirty whore.
Ladies.
She's the greatest. She's the greatest. I was homeless. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing the same thing every day. I was broke. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was really I was fat. All this stuff. So I was feeling really low about myself as a human being, and I was going through depression, a lot of things at that time. Then. As all this is happening and I'm feeling bad about life and feeling targeted, feeling like, why can't I catch a break? All these things. And then, because again, I'm young, I'm 15, like my course of life at that point wasn't due to my own actions. I inherited these issues, I inherited these burdens, you know what I'm saying? So I felt targeted, and then on top of that, my boy was like, yo, come to the beach, come to the pool, and I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not feeling, right, like, he's like, nah, he convinced me to come to the pool straight, cool, so I hop in the pool, etc., we having a good time, I get out, they on the other side, so I get out the pool, I start walking, again, I'm shirtless, I'm fat at the time, I'm walking to the other side, and there's a group of 4 chicks, and they all start pointing and dying laughing at me, right? And I felt so low. Like, imagine already feeling so low. And then you got a group of 4 bad chicks just pointing and dying laughing at you. I mean, like, guts over, cracking, like, just out of nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, that struck, I was already on the floor, and I was like the kick you right down thing. So, it messed my head up for a little while. But then I realized I'm in a shelter, and some days I felt ultra depressed. And some days I didn't. And I realized that the days that I didn't, my life was exactly the same. Nothing external changed in that moment, but I realized something internal changed. So my happiness wasn't dictated by external sources. It was dictated by what I did internally. So once I realized that pattern, and I realized, like, you know what, like, why do I feel bad? I feel bad because they taught me how to feel bad, or they told me I should feel bad. So from that day forward, I stopped letting my opinion of myself or my opinion of what I should do be dictated by others. And I started loving myself. And it took a lot. There's positive affirmations, a lot of reading, a lot of, self-improvement, whether it be physical, mental, speaking positivity, and even faking the funk sometimes. I've said I could do this before I even thought I could. You know what I'm saying? But I kept saying it until I believed it, because your brain, your subconscious doesn't know real from fake. You gotta teach yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it gave me the will, because I realized, I'm like, yo, if I don't allow myself to feel better than I do right now, then I might off myself. Or I'm just gonna become a person that I hate. And I'm like, you know what? I need to start loving myself. So I had no choice. I gave myself no choice. I did it. And like I said, people, it was a process, but it's highly possible. And from that day forth, all I try to give myself is love and positivity. You know, that's all I try to spread. You know what I'm saying? Like, thanks for indulging me in that story. Cause, you know what I'm saying?
That's why his music gonna be. I mean, like it's not a phase. You know what I'm saying? The way he delivers.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? It's content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's who I am. I've always tried, and that's why a lot of people ask me why I changed the name of Chris Rivers. It's like, yo, like I wanted to give people like I don't want to be the next somebody. I want to be the first me. So and Reels is my last name. Reels means rivers in Spanish. I always wanted to give the people me. I want no separation of artist and human. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I always try to give people me and what I learned in life. I mean, I'm 23. I'm young. Obviously, I'm gonna learn a bunch more. Y'all been through 1,000 times more than me. Know more stuff. But I can still give the wisdom that I got in the best way that I can and just keep pushing.
You don't meet too many 23-year-olds that's you know, lovely.
He's ahead of his game, man.
Oh man, thank you.
He's ahead of his game.
He hit the mushroom right. Like
you know what I'm saying?
I got a question. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was never really a big fan of Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, after the situation when he got booed off the Apollo, like I think the whole reincarnation of him was through your father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he probably like he did revive Joe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm a big fan of Pun.
Right.
And I'm saying like growing up and stuff like that. And I know there's a lot of like rumors and all this shit going on.
Can of worms is there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, what's your relationship with Joe? Like,
there's no bad blood between me and him. You know what I'm saying? I managed to speak to him at Digging in the Crate Studios. I seen him on the red carpet at the BET Awards, stuff like that. And every time we see each other, like it's called like I understand what's going on. Like again, like I'm done with inheriting issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it because I deal with him to a certain capacity. I'm not all palsy and stuff like that. We don't talk on a day like. But when we see each other, there's no problems. You know what I'm saying? Which is great because like he has no personal. Every time they ask him about me, he speaks highly of me, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing bad to say. Like I'm not trying to inherit problems. I'm not trying to perpetuate any. You know what I'm saying? Like the issues that happen, they happen. They're there. I'm not gonna because no matter what, people are gonna believe what they want to believe. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I could confirm this or confirm that. People still gonna say this or that. So like I'm not feeding into it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we're cool. There's no bad blood, and we keep it at that. We see each other at an event, give a dab, and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing crazy, but.
Do you see yourself working with him in the near future, or that's a...
I don't think so. Just because like there's still lines that like for on a personal note, like I don't want to, especially before I blow up entirely on my like I don't want to have any of those. I never want to blow up and someone say, "Oh, you did it because you get pops."
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never want to like you did it because you get pops. And using someone like Joe or even Tesh or whatever it is, that's still the lane that he left. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to do this from the bottom and bring it up. You know what I'm saying? On my own accord. Secondly, because of all this stuff, like at the end of the day, like that's still my mom. Like you know what I'm saying? If the issues that they had together, like, you know what I'm saying? That's still my mom. Like no matter how I feel about
the loyalty to the family, and to yourself as a man,
essential. It's 100% essential. I've never been the type like again like
you're not an opportunist.
Yeah, I'm not an opportunist. Like I'm gonna be loyal to my family. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of what the situation is, my mom feels this way. This has transpired. I'm not gonna betray. You know, I'm not gonna betray that loyalty like that. But I've always been like that. I'm the only guy in the family. Even when my sisters were wrong and they felt
I don't know your sisters, man.
Oh,
they handle themselves. They handle themselves real crazy.
What? You don't gotta be a man to handle your business, man. There's some powerful woman in that house.
I was at shout out to the homie Pistol Pete.
Big time.
I was over there. We was watching a fight. You know, Pete loves his fights.
Of course.
He pulled out the big screen out on the block. We were watching it, and
that's a boss move.
you know, Pete like to do it big, man. Shout out to the whole Watson squad over there. So I went to say what's up to your sister.
Right.
I went to say what's up to her.
Oh, the fashion?
And
yeah, she go hard.
That's the fashion.
She
like
came out and she looked at me. Cause it was dark. So I guess she didn't see it was me.
Yeah, right.
But it was just like, why you touching me for? Like,
yeah.
I tried to, softly pat on the shoulder, and she was like, yo, what you touching me for? She was ready to scrap.
Yeah.
The stars being sin, like, she's like, oh, what's up? I was like, yo, let me sip my Henny over there.
I got you. Yeah, I train them too. You know what I'm saying? I teach them how to box. Both my sisters, my mom, I teach them. It's important because we live in a world that females are targeted on various levels, and it's unfortunate. But every female should know how to defend themselves. And I mean, she got hit like she could knock a grown man out. Like Like she broke my pads, like my hand, my mitts, like all that. Like she got hands, and they all, in regards to that, they all got hearts of warriors. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so definitely, and they move real good. So I'm proud to be a part of a warrior clan. Like for real, like it's dope.
So artists, I'm just gonna say their name and you tell me, you know, just tell the people. Osmond.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Right. That yeah. And that's Denzel Porter.
Porter.
Right. Facts. Shout out to those are my brothers. We those are the closest friends that I've made through music. You know what I'm saying? Like through hip hop. Like I met them through hip hop,
right.
And we legitimately we hang out.
I could
like,
tell, you could just tell. Through
right, Osmond probably calls me every day with a verse or some regular like, yo, I'm going through this, blah blah. Right. I call him for a back and forth, like we legitimately like hang, crack jokes, and shout out to Team Backpack. You can check out. We have 2 ciphers. We call it OCD. Ciphers, and the second one we actually battled each other because the first cipher we issued a challenge. We issued a challenge that no one responded, so we was like, you know what, fuck it, we gonna battle ourselves, and we cracking at each other. And that's why I tell people like, if you got teeth jokes, they better be good because some of the best teeth jokes you ever gonna hear is in that chain. Yeah. So definitely, but yeah, those two that remarkably talented. Like not only as humans, but they keep me on my toes on every record I do with them. They don't let me slouch. It's like we keep it 100 all the time.
You
like,
guys push yourself.
Yeah, push. They not like they'll be like, Chris, man, that shit was ass. That was whack. Or you should do it this way.
But
or you should do it like actually.
People
like because they tell me, or it'd be like, yo, the verse is crazy, but you sound kind of great. Can you do it with like a different tone like this? Like I love having them in my set because they provide like. They want to see, and we never, like, no matter who's the getting more attention, like, we never hate on another one's success. Like, we genuinely all want the best for each other, and like, we genuine friends. So big shout out to them. Osmond Benjamin got a project coming soon. It's called Godfrey. Denzel Porter got a project dropping soon on thatshiphopmusic.com. Definitely go check them brothers out. Also, Whispers. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know Whispers. That's my brother. He's the man. He got a project coming soon called Whisper Monoxide. He's off the chain. He taught me so much, and like he's a cornerstone in my life and in my career. Like he's an amazing individual. Does the same for me. Never a yes man. Always looking out. Always making sure that I see myself as a king. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts to Whispers, and he got a project called Whisper Monoxide. Dropping soon, so y'all gotta go get that.
Yeah, he told me he was gonna drop the project and then come here.
Right. So y'all gonna see him come up for it. Yeah. He's ill.
Well, let's talk about this DeLorean project.
Right.
21 tracks.
Yes.
21 tracks, man. Like a lot of artists don't do that no more.
Nah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, judging off your face, you happy about this project, man.
You know, it's the first one I'm proud of.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And 21, I had to we did a one-off deal. That's what it was. We did a one-off deal. And they just wanted 10. And I was like, nah, like, in order for me to love this, I can't do that in 10 tracks. I'm trying to tell a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'll give y'all extra. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put it down.
Talking about story.
Yeah.
Old days.
Old thing back.
Yeah. You're reminiscing about the old days and hip hop and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What was your mindset at the time when you created this track?
Oh, old thing back, man. It was super dope because like for this whole thing, for the whole DeLorean project, I was really trying to give the people me. I felt like my other projects, like what happened was someone would hear my music and know me through my music and walk up to me and be like, yo, like meet me and get to know me, like, yo, you're nothing like how I thought you would be from your music. And that hurt me. I was like, wow, I gotta really start being more myself in the music. So I'm like, again, so I wanted that old vibe now. Music saved my life, and y'all know that y'all love that 90s, that now nostalgia, because it had substance. Yeah. So we all want that old thing back. Even if you don't know it, you still want it. Like subconsciously, you want that. So in that track, I wanted to. I loved Common's record. I used to love her. You know what I'm saying? Like where he personified Chicago or hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like so. He should personify the city he came from. I wanted to personify hip hop as a woman. I wanted to make it like, because I have a love like I'm in love with music. Like you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have, and you know a lot of people from y'all generation. This one too, like have a love-hate relationship with music because we love it, but we hate where it went. You know what I'm saying? At least hip hop wise, so mainstream wise, you know what I'm saying? Because there's still dope music out there. You just gotta search more. But yeah, so for this record, it was like, yo, like I wanted to make it a love story. I wanted it to sound like a love story that if you listen to it on the surface, it was gonna be like just a regular like you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this is a love story, this is dope, it's like a metaphor. Then there's mad entendres. I mentioned mad old school songs, old school lines, references,
you were reminiscing on this
and kind of couple it on entendre so it works on multiple levels. You know what I'm saying? For the real listeners that love those lyrics and the context, I'm talking about the lack of context, and for the people that like to hear it on the surface as a love story as well, and for the people that want to view it as both. So it was definitely dope. It was fun. I enjoyed making it, and there's a lot of people's favorite record on the track. And, and it was me really trying to tell a story. You know what I'm saying? I don't do a lot. I haven't done that a lot, so it was a challenge, but I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Long Money Pocahontas, he said.
Fact. Yeah. That happened.
I mean, like the cat. I mean, the people that you had featured.
Right.
Like, I mean, I love all of the Dice Peso, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sheik Luke,
Dice Payne.
Dice Payne.
Yeah, he was on Brenda Had a Baby.
Yeah.
Lord Knows. He was on Lord Knows. Yeah.
And that's all the people that you want to work with.
Right. Yeah, all the people that was on the record, on the album DeLorean, like, they weren't like people I had to like run down and talk to, man, like do all that extra stuff.
It was
like,
simple. It was I need a verse.
Yeah, these are all people I have genuine relationships with. These are all people that like I'm like cool with. It was just a call up, like, cause I wanted that. I wanted to feel right and organic. So and I wanted to build. So
don't panic, baby.
Yeah, even shout out to Sheik Luch, Lil Fame, Styles P for getting on that Fair One record. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the big bros, the homies. Alvin Benjamin's on it. Jaron Benton, all these cats, like, and these are people that I all met and we all cool. So it was fun getting them on it, challenging me. You know it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Let's get into this mix then. Let's get into this DeLorean mix.
Yes.
Hey, listen, man.
DJ Hercules.
It's a 77 man DJ Hercules. Pick up the Chris Rivers.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that joint bag.
Yeah.
Right now, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into this mix and we'll be back with Chris Rivers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that shit.
So now let's collect the drops, the pictures, and then when we come back, you up for a freestyle or?
That's my shit.
Maybe some
You know what?
just some boom bap. Good. Yeah.
Okay, boom bap beat.
Version.
All right, cool. Let's keep the cameras rolling because this way we can have some behind the scenes footage, and I guess we can ask some questions. Just because what I'm trying to build here is the YouTube channel to Ruff Ryders.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna edit some of the stuff out.
Right.
Yeah, we pretty much want to get them inside of you.
Right.
So I'm gonna continue the interview. I just don't want to keep everybody on the app just listening to the
Fact. Yeah. I got you.
But I do want to know, how do you feel when someone takes your father's beat,
Right.
one of his instrumentals, and doesn't do it justice?
It doesn't like deeply sting me as much. Like I do believe, like me, I barely touch his stuff.
That's what I'm gonna say. Because I haven't heard Chris Rivers.
Right, like
I heard this one joint where you did go off on several of his beats.
Right. Yeah,
And
like,
it was a freestyle you did it by the highway.
exactly. Yeah. One of the beats
Which was
his.
dope.
And I touch it here and there, but I like to look like he immortalized himself and made himself timeless. And I feel like, and not that, and I don't take it personal. I just feel like as an artist, you need to, if you're gonna do something over a legendary artist beat, you gotta at least attempt to match or top. I'm trying to top it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. So when you don't, and it's like, it feels cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't, but I never get to it because I know no matter what these fuck boys do, if they do that, they can't tarnish his legacy.
Can't do it.
He made himself too impervious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I still.
When I hear that, and I use your pops as an example.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's certain dudes out there that never did the beat justice, and it's like, yo, you're not even at that point in your career where you should do that.
Yeah.
You understand? It's
Just
like you gotta
tactically
reach a pinnacle in your career to say that, okay, I can touch a DMX beat.
Right.
I could touch a Cameron beat.
Right.
I could do a big pun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you gotta understand, if you respect music enough, you gotta pay homage. And how you pay homage is by trying to surpass and by giving it justice. Like a lot of people, more often than not, people don't. You know what I'm saying?
He said it. You talking about Bentleys and I'm talking about content. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the way he flows is like that real hip hop, that forever hip hop. Like,
I'm trying to make it timeless.
And that's what he's doing.
Right.
So what's up?
It's almost back to like having fun.
Yeah,
having fun with records like your style kind of remind me back when the Foosh niggas was making records like 92, 93. It's just like You can be dope and lyrical, but you can still be.
I gotta pause this shit, my nigga. I gotta like pause this shit and rewind.
I'm saying that because when you used to see the video, you used to be like, yo, they having mad fucking fun. A Busta and them like PTA.
I realized that shit. I was like, yo, I did not pick a career like this to not have fun. If I wanted to be miserable, I would have been a 9 to 5 nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a blessing. Like, I gotta have fun. That's number one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm a 9 to 9 nigga.
I feel like
No. And if you love it, you love it. I was just saying, I chose this path so that I could walk this path. Not so I could crawl on it. Not so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have fun on this shit, man.
Like, I feel that now in your music. Like, in the beginning, it was just like,
Ruff,
it felt like, yo, you was trying to let people know, like, I'm fucking lyrical, but I belong here.
Love me.
I got some love. And I was like, motherfucker, love me or hate me, I still got it. And you gonna respect me because I set the,
I was trying to establish respect. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Once I got the respect, I was like, you know what? Y'all know I can rap. Y'all know I can really rap. So if I don't need to go the fuck super off on every record, as long as it's still dope musically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I proved I can rap, let me prove I can make music and have fun in it.
You know what I like about your music? Listening to your music, you gotta actually listen to it. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes I'm listening to your music, when you gave me that, first and foremost, that idea that you had on the medication joint.
I was medicated. He's always taking my questions.
That joint was dope. You had the prescription
I still got that.
with the USB inside of it.
Right.
I thought that was a dope concept.
Oh yeah, I can't even take credit. My manager can't. Like, 'cause he had the
Score. Shout out to Score.
I can't. Yeah, he came to me. He was like, yo. He's a marketing genius, bro.
Definitely. That was a dope idea. Now I'm sitting there listening to that, right? And I said, I gotta listen to this thing again.
Yo.
And the thing is, the reason why is because you're saying a lot of shit on there, and it makes you think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like Fifth said this about the 444 album.
Right.
He said, this album will make you think.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not going to understand.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? It is people are dumbfounded by the music that's going on now. So when someone like you come around who's lyrical and has content and who has the ability to put substance in a track.
Exactly, yeah.
So now when you start saying things, it's just like, oh, okay, I got that.
Wow.
Like,
And that's what I wanted, because again, it's packaged like, for instance, like, if you spoke Chinese, no matter how dope the things I'm saying in English are, you're not gonna understand it. You speak Chinese. And that's how the kids are today. Like, they only listen to a certain type of music, and they only want a certain type of vibe. So you have to, the packaging of it, like, I'm dropping
the consumers.
Yeah, you got you this. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna package this as fun. If you don't even, if I'm this project, like some of these records, if you don't listen to it, like if you don't really sit down and listen, you're still gonna fuck with the beats. The hooks are catchy, the flow is bouncy enough that you don't need to pay attention. You can ride to it, you can smoke to it, you can fuck, whatever you want to do. But the people who actually do want to listen, they're also going to find genuine shit in there that they fuck with. So I was trying to cater to everybody, because I know most people don't listen. You know what I'm saying? But just because of that, I'm not gonna abandon the people that do. Right. So I'm trying to expand my demographic with this, and it's happened, and it happened. Like, so I love that I caught it, and I love that it happened.
And that's hard to find that balance though between making it bounce still and still keeping that content.
Because there's that fine line I always say. There's a fine line. You have the battle between being respected or being effective. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's super.
I tell you right now, you're being respected by a lot of lyricists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen OGs give you shout-outs and be like, yo, the boy's working, the boy. You know what I mean?
That means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a cat like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the interview on the Daily Struggle made me fuck with him more as a human, but Lil Yachty, like, he's not respected, but he's effective. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people disrespect. So there's that respected and effective thing. So you gotta ask, like, do I want to be respected or do I want to be effective? Or can I be both? Me as a person that never settles, I'm trying to be both. There's very few people. My father did it. Still not a play. He made a hit record for the ladies and was still the dopest nigga down the hardcore
when
street.
He pulled out with that OJ record.
Yeah.
My darling,
baby. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, yo, what are you doing?
Kendrick did it with Pull Up, Drink, early in his career. That record had people partying to it, drinking to it, loving it, but it was a record about the abuse of alcohol. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
and to some people, it's just
it's just so he never abandoned himself. Still had a message in his music, but packaged it in a way that it was effective, but did it in a way that was respected. And that's like, it's genius, and you gotta find that balance, and I'm finding it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100%. I know in my pinnacle, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's happening.
So how hard are you on yourself as a critic, like your performance?
Right.
How hard are you?
Pretty hard. I will say that, because more people in the world. There's so many people in the world, and at this point, almost no matter how big I get, more people are gonna not know who I am than know who I am in a grand consent. So there's a big chance that someone's first impression
is open for a couple.
right? Like someone's first impression of me is this performance. So I'm like, you know what? Every performance needs to be incredible. People need to leave, especially on stage. It's like people need to leave not feeling like, oh, that kid can rap. Like, I want you to leave with an impact. Like, yo, that was a show. It was, you know what I'm saying? More than just rapping up there. Like, left the impact. Like, yo, that kid was so dope. You leave genuinely entertained. And I don't know. Like, it's hard to quantify what's entertaining when you can tell, when you connect with people on such a mass scale, and you leave feeling like, yo, I made 1,000 personal connections in the crowd. Like, that means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really important for me to do that, because again, like, this might be someone's first impression, and it represents who I am when I get up and I do stuff. So,
And you know,
yeah, it gotta be critical.
2015 he was on Sway.
Right, yeah.
Nigga, he bodied that shit, my nigga.
Sway, yeah. Shouts to Sway, man.
And he did that beat by Chase.
With Scope with me?
Fuck,
I don't remember.
This nigga bodied it.
Yo, good looking, bro.
You know what I mean? I had to tell my wife, stop talking to me, my
Yo,
nigga.
good looking.
I need to listen to this shit right now.
I appreciate
you. You know what I'm saying? And Sway was telling you about like the legacy you gotta live.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he explained it really proper. But right now, like, as far as your journey,
yeah,
like I believe the way he spits and the way he delivers, I think is teaching. I mean, do you see yourself still selling the same kind of market?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely always growing, man. Like, and I definitely, I'm always trying to put someone on to something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and music is what I'm doing right now. It's my love. It's like one of the loves of my life, but it's a chapter of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be doing this when I'm 40. I'm not saying I could, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's not gonna be my primary. For like, my first dream when I was a kid was to be a hero. A superhero, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're doing it now, nigga.
After that, I wanted to save the world. After that, I wanted to be an astronaut. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was big. Like, and then a boxer, and then a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, but I realized, I'm like, yo, like, I wasn't born with super strength. I wasn't born with the ability to fly, but I was born with these words that could touch 1,000 people at one time, and that's a superpower. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna use my superpower to give the world as much me as I can and spread as much as that as I can.
And that was one of my questions I wanted to ask about.
2 minutes.
Yeah, you know, how you intrigued with the the comic book world.
Oh yeah.
Like, and you like to use that through art form.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like, I love the comics. I'm a nerd. I watch a lot of anime. I read manga. Like, and I get inspired by these characters. Goku taught me how to break past limits.
Fucking say
Goofy from One Piece taught me how to never quit on his dreams.
I'm in Super Saiyan on it.
Yeah. Like, Luffy from One Piece taught me how to not quit on my dreams, no matter how big, no matter how many people say you crazy for having a dream.
Right.
So like, and I get inspired by these. I'm like, yo, like, these are heroes. Like, I want to be a hero. I want to touch someone's life so much that they like grow up like having a philosophy that transcends what society tells them, because
hip hop fucking needs you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels good.
40 years, 50 years,
Get it, yeah.
Jay-Z's still doing it. Like, and I'm telling you, like,
You know what?
content.
Yeah.
Like, the shit that's happening now, mumble rap, that's just a fucking phase. That's just gonna die out. They study like shit that he raps about, bro.
Yeah, no, it's
And
fun.
like,
It's fun.
Chris Rivers, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Everybody always say your top 5. I'm not going to do that. Name 2 artists that you would not work with today.
I would not work with.
We do not work with.
That's a good question,
Who would I
bro.
not work with?
Yeah, I'm making it easy. I'm not going to say 5. Just give me 2 artists that you're not
2
working
artists.
with.
But he's not a negative person, though.
Yeah, like, it's hard because it's like, I would almost work with anyone. Like, obviously, we already said, like, I wouldn't work with Joe for those reasons. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's no artist because like, my thing is this: is like, I would love, even if it's someone that I don't fuck with musically at all, and there are people I don't fuck with musically. Like, there are people who I don't fuck with musically, but it's like, I would love, and famous, right? Because there's people who's upcoming that just so terrible, like that's just terrible. That like I get this, I'm coming. That obviously I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna make like yeah. But at the aspect of who's out, like they have fans. Like no matter how trash you are, if you pop you have fans. I want all of your fans, bro. And honestly,
I'm gonna get in this shit and buy you.
That's some real shit right now. That's some real shit.
Yo, Young Thug.
That's what Jay do.
Yeah.
Jay get on to this shit and raise the bar.
Right. And Styles P told me to shout to Styles. He said when you get on someone's record and you body them, right? He's like, say what you're good at. What you're good at is a sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't use the sword. If that nigga uses a gun, show that you could use the gun better than him. Get on his record, take the type of shit that he does and blow that shit out the water. You know what I'm saying? Because his fans like that sort of music. So you do that same thing, but you blow his, you're gonna take all his fans. I'm like, I'm taking everybody's fans.
Yo, we're back. We was just talking and chopping it up behind the scenes.
We're here.
Tune in to RuffRydersRadio.com to see the behind the scenes footage with Chris Rivers.
Here.
I'm telling you, man, there's so much stuff that's going on. It's amazing. It's crazy. Chris, the DeLorean project is
out.
crazy.
It's thriving. I appreciate you, man.
It's out. Everybody go now to your Google Play.
Yeah, we got it's on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon.
It's here on Ruff Ryder Radio, damn it.
That's hiphopmusic.com, Apple Music. Go get that. It's called DeLorean. That's DeLorean. Type it in, Chris Rivers. You will not be disappointed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yo, we was talking behind the scenes just to give everybody a little briefing. We was talking behind the scenes how you feel about rappers mistreating a pun beat.
Right.
You know what I mean? We was also talking about his style.
We ain't gonna tell y'all what we was talking about. Y'all go to the
Y'all check it out.
That's what I was waiting for.
Tell them where they could see that.
RuffRyderRadio.com.
Yes.
You know, give me some boom back, man.
Yeah, give me
Yo,
You know what I want to talk about real quick.
Right.
Because I seen you struggling with your hair through the
shit go in my mouth sometimes. I'm like, damn.
curly hair and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You're not cutting.
Nah. This is my main. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
the main?
yeah, it's the main. It's dope. Like, I gotta be free. Like, I think as a New Yorican, I'm a little out of touch with my heritage. I don't speak too much Spanish. I'm not too good, but
like me, my brother, I don't speak Spanish.
But this screams my culture. You know what I'm saying?
718, give me a boom back beat.
You know what I'm saying? I
I
can never cut that.
787, man, you know I left my Boricua. Shout out to you, Chris. You still Boricua.
You him. Yeah.
Pull up one of those boom bap beats. We gonna need one of those boom bap
Let me get
beats.
some boom back, brother.
Yeah, pull something up real quick.
Hold on, let me get my shit
Yeah, I ain't
out.
cutting this. I do different styles with it and stuff like that, but definitely it's the main, man. I like it.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I know you're not stopping at hip hop.
Nah.
Some acting? Do you see?
I'm gonna get into acting. There's some stuff that I'm focused on a project right now, like pushing it and stuff like that. But I'm gonna definitely get into the acting world. I'm actually I'm a nerd. Like I said, I'm writing a show, like an animator. This is gonna take like 10 years, whatever it is. I want to travel the world. I want to be that dude that goes to every like village around the planet and like knows somebody. Like, I want to be that. Like I want to touch the people. Like I want to experience the world and help as many people as I can, whether it be charitable work or growing stuff, knowledge, whatever it is. Like, but I want to be there, man. So yeah, superhero. We gonna say it.
Superhero.
Now,
Gap man.
When is this?
You don't smoke.
Getting filled?
Here and there, not really. Here and there. You know what I'm saying?
You don't drink.
Again, here and there.
Occasionally?
Okay, yeah, like both occasions. Like I probably smoke more.
We gotta take a shot.
Yeah, we'll do that. I definitely smoke more than I drink, but I'm not one of those people that need to do it like on a K. If it makes sense, yeah, cool.
So like 99% of the time you're in the booth, you're sober.
When I'm in the 99% of the time in the booth I'm sober. 99% of the time on stage I'm sober.
Fucking tough.
And like existing, I would say maybe like 30 to 70% of the time I'm sober. Like you know what I'm saying? Like while existing, yeah.
Right.
That's a nice range.
Because it changes depending on where I'm at in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay, no problem. That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm more focused, I'm so. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm chilling, you know, why not?
Okay, so everybody in the
In the two.
Now I was gonna tell everybody in the studio, get your phones out. We gonna let this beat go. We gonna let Chris Rivers go. I'm telling you, man. Turn up season.
Yeah.
Team Leo's in the building. My birthday weekend. What's your zodiac sign? You said you was a Pisces, right?
Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said Pisces, I heard it.
Yeah.
Real quick, before you get into this freestyle, where did Dragons Up come from?
Dragons Up, man. I'm a dragon. My fans are dragons.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love dragons, but dragons are that thing that should be easy to believe in because it's just a dinosaur with wings, but no one believes in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a super powerful thing. You know what else is super powerful and no one decides to believe in, even though it should be easy? Your own dreams. People don't believe in themselves, but they should. So if you're someone who believes in yourself and you're someone who can overcome, then you're a dragon. You're powerful. You're mythical. And Dragons Up represents ascension. It represents me going up, my fans going up, and all of us connecting. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means, man.
Well, without further ado, let's get into this freestyle. This is what this is about. You getting this exclusive.
Oh yeah, I'm actually a rapper, y'all.
At Ruff Ryders Radio. You know what I'm saying? Ruff Ryders Radio is your boy Sincere, Old Pressure, King Hot, Chi on the board.
Yeah.
Our guest DJ Hercules.
We out here.
We here with Chris Rivers.
I'm a rapper. I rap anything. I can rap sandwiches, gifts, anything. Check. Shout out to Prodigy, man.
Yes.
Said, yo, I've been dolo like my dolo and these hoes know, but still never fell off like that nigga on the polo, feeling holier than thou, like I'm trying to be the ozone, only one I might, level rolling solo like Han Solo, no Chewbacca who can chalk up to this outline, see homicide, slept on couch outside, survived for months on only dollar fries, drink from height just when it's hot outside, bathed in height just when the landlord said you can't be clean until I get my green, but nigga, I'll decide, hollowed up then hustle bucks, doubled up like double Dutch, cut the Dutch right down the middle, chuck the guts, loves and mustard, you can smell me, but don't tell me that you coming, I know niggas that ain't porn stars, but they just love the buzz, better trust I bubbled up, so blow it out your ass like you got bubble guts, the fuck is up? Niggas act like bars and calisthenics, got my muscles up. All I see is food, cook the muscles up, don't beat around the bush, I brought the thunder, you get rustled up. I ain't just trying to be rich, I'm trying to elevate, and elevators pissed off as sticky walls, it's probably pissed. Mama said, I hope you proud of me, Chris, so I gotta body this shit, like arm, leg, arm, head, peep my anatomy, God, like I've been rapping with Vatican's ad-libbing, stayed above y'all niggas, took the light just like a canopy, always knew I can, how many cans can I be, well, can I see? Puerto Rican, skin tight like butter pecan, never been firework for me and I ain't canning me, blazing cannabis, became the man and did it candidly, I all drug dealers, niggas worried about who got the chemo, sounding cancery, panicking, searching for purpose, hoping I persevere, niggas acting like they just rappers, but there's a person here, no burden, and the birds ain't cooped up and they just slurp instead of little ignorant in my bag like purses here, it's Rivers, nigga. Yeah.
God damn it.
We outside.
Oh my God, disgusting.
Content, my nigga. This is gonna be here forever.
I appreciate you.
Forever. It ain't no fucking Percocet Molly, bitch.
Yeah, we here.
This is forever, my nigga.
Chris Rivers, man, I thank you for coming out.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Check. Yeah.
Oh, he put another beat on? He put another beat on? Okay.
Check. Check. Yeah. Said what? Yo, I'm a different type of nigga. The all sinister thought splitter, the talk diminisher, chalk outlines, follow my integers every 16. Kill your dreams like it was coffee bean deliverers, Vivica Fox, trot these thoughts. Better not stop slobbing cock till my tots drop or I'm not hot. So when hell freezes and the sky falls and it watered, these haters latched onto it like it was my balls. I'm Popeye on raw spinach. Thor's image, I'm a often auction off the organs of scorched victims. From my battle, I ripped them like Hulk in them. Not everyone can rap, play positions, we all winning, yo. See, I got sweatsuits and snapbacks, couple pairs of J's in the vertebrae, make it back snap. Rap attack mastery packs packed in my backpack. Backtrack forever, still got you niggas on mad laps, yo. So never test a new regime, though it's Dragons Up. I put the aqueduct in these flows. King quotes, my Excalibur grows, caliber most lethal to you amateur boats. Hand them a toast, just to even the odds. And my demons do mob. Said I'm all about that green, I'm talking peas in a pod. Said I'm all about that green like these for teas is my job. And you calling niggas adoring rivers, all I'm seeing is moms. And I'm here with Sincere and my man on Ruff Ryders. And everything I do, you know I'm rough riding the beat. I'm stomping my feet on competition. My compositions got no opposition. I'm hard like star constellations. The bars I'm blazing it. Okay, we on top, yeah.
Okay.
We here.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Make sure you get that DeLorean out now.
Don't get DeLorean.
That fucking DeLorean, nigga.
man.
It exists.
Go see how niggas supposed to fucking rap, nigga.
Man, I appreciate y'all.
Well, Chris, I got a rap battle going on here at the Ruff Ryders studio.
Fuego.
You should
Definitely
be a
don't
judge.
spray, go
You
out.
should be a
You know what I'm
judge,
saying? I will
nigga.
tab you on the panel as a judge.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll chop it up with you and
Yeah,
see
yeah,
if we can get this
definitely
thing
keep me
popping.
updated when it's happening.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's gonna be in the late week of September.
September.
If not, first weekend of October.
October,
Trying to figure that
yeah,
out
just,
right
just
now.
keep me updated with like that, man. For real.
Definitely, but I appreciate you coming out.
Appreciate y'all having me, man. For real.
I gotta say, this is one of the most dope interviews. I felt like
Yes.
I loved it.
I just put you on autopilot and you just left. You know what I'm saying? You gave us a
It was
lot
in the
of
DeLorean.
in-depth.
We was out.
He was in the exactly. We was in the DeLorean.
We was on the wings.
Yeah.
On the wings.
So,
Jamie.
thank you for coming out. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you,
me,
man.
brother, for real.
We rock out with your music all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna
And
continue
more
to
to the
support that.
music. We, you know,
Yeah,
the
more,
gym,
definitely more than
we in
the
the gym,
music.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
see him in the gym, we come through.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
y'all real
yeah.
people, genuine.
Brother to my right, Old Pressure, man, he's the one that put me in this gym, man, and
That's
I
right.
haven't stopped. So, like I told you, I bought a gym and I put it down in my basement and I'm working out from there, man.
Right.
I'm
So,
on bulking season. Bulking
that, man. For real.
I'm bulking up.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
said he don't work out. He got a gun. He got a trigger finger
There you go.
heavy in the
22,
gym.
you have
know what I
Just
mean?
want the fingertips.
Yeah.
Tickle people.
So definitely thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate you. Hopefully this won't be your last visit here at Ruff Ryders Radio. When you get big, please don't forget us.
That'd be hard
When
to
you
do.
get big, that's about right around the corner, baby.
Yeah, definitely, man. Chris, thank you for coming out, man.
Thank you for having me, brother. For
Anytime,
real.
man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Hercules, give us
Come on,
give us a
Herc.
little
Let
mix.
them know. Let them know.
God damn, nigga, that shit is body this shit right now.
Let's get this.